So class, let us all stand and let's pray.
Let us pray in the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Pray without ceasing for us, have recourse to you. Pray for us.
So before you sit down, check the pieces of papers and get the wrappers around your chair. Is there an absent? Okay, very good. Now, before we start, I will introduce to you one of my friends in the internet. His name is Clippy. So he is a paperclip. So Clippy here will help us to know more about the internet. He is an internet expert. Okay? So Clippy wants us to observe and give your insights or idea about the picture shown on the slide. So anyone who has an idea about the picture, you can raise your hands. Or do you have any idea on what is shown? Yes? Miss Casey?
As I can see, there is a 6-lane.
6 lane. There's a 6 lane on the picture. So anyone else?
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, transportation.
Transportation. So transportation, as you can see, there are cars right there. They're going forward and they're going on the other side. So I have a question. Does the road has sidewalk? Raise your hands. Does the road has sidewalk? None. Another thing. What will happen if you walk from the left side to the right side? Yes.
Sir, there's a possibility that you can be hit by a car.
Yes, there is a possibility that you will be hit by a car. There is also a possibility that you will be caught and you will be fined as jaywalking, right? So, who will catch you if you were caught in that incident? Police, yes, police officer, or even nowadays, netizens will take video on you committing crimes, right?
Yes.
So basically, what Clippy is trying to say is the internet or the World Wide Web is like a superhighway. It is like a road wherein in real life there is a military, there's a netizens, there are police officers who will cut us. But the internet is unmonitored unless someone will video you, someone will tell to the agencies or to the right person that you commit such malicious crimes over the internet. Okay? Our topic for today is types of cybercrime and combating them. At the end of our lesson, you should attain the following objectives. First is you should define cybercrime, and second, determine the several problems ICT has created in their generation. Before we proceed in identifying cybercrimes, we should first define what is cybercrime. Anyone who have an idea what is cybercrime? Or should I say, who among you are doing activities online? Raise your hands. So have you encountered or have you seen Alan. Okay, let's continue. Have you ever experienced or saw a post regarding cybercrimes? Yes, can you share your experience to us? Anyone? Anyone can share? I will share you an experience of mine. So, last month, I think it's in video, there is a glitch that the accounts are hacked, right? So, there is a post that saying that his or the account of her mother was hacked and the money inside the account are deducted into many deductions, 500, 1,000, like that. So have you encountered that before? Not yet? So have you encountered also receiving text messages that contains, Mommy, I am here in the hospital. Can you send me 500 pesos loan?
Yes.
So, cybercrime is a criminal activity carried out by means of computer or the internet or gadgets and technologies. So here I will give you an example, just like what I've said. There's an example here in committing cybercrimes. There is also an example here. Did you experience this on your Facebook? That your account was hacked and you need to enter the email address, your phone number, or your username again to retrieve your account? And have you ever experienced watching sports live in the internet? So based on the screenshots and based on your experience, can you cite types of cybercrime? Anyone? Yes.
Sir, one of them is phishing.
Phishing. Okay. Anyone else? So Casey here cited phishing. Anyone who has an idea? Yes. Hacking. Yes. Blackmail. Anyone else? Yes.
Sir, sports betting.
Sports betting. Last. Anyone who has an idea? So none. So let's assess if these four are the most common cybercrimes over the internet. So we have here now, number one, the most common is hacking. Second is phishing. Third, wiretapping. And last, sports betting. So let's proceed to, let's elaborate more hacking. Hacking is the use of a computer to gain unauthorized access of data in the system. So the person engaged in hacking activity is generally referred to as hacker. And these hackers may alter system or security features to accomplish a goal that differs from the original purpose of the system. They can access your important files or evidence. They can access your CCTV videos, your bank accounts, and online accounts such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and even emails. So I have here an example of hacking during the HackCon in the United States. So let's watch a video.
So I invited a few of the world's best hackers to try to hack me and show me where my vulnerabilities are. And now I'm going to meet them in Las Vegas for DevCon, the biggest hacker convention of the year. They're going to hack me using social engineering, which is essentially hacking without any code. They just use a phone and an internet connection.
You want to do a sample of phishing call?
What's phishing?
Phishing is voice solicitation. And basically, what you do is use the phone to extract information or data points that can be used in later attacks.
Let's do it. Who are you going to call?
Maybe I'll call your cell phone provider and see if I can get them to give me your email address.
I bet they're good. I bet they have my back. But yeah, go for it.
I'm going to swoop from your number, so it's going to look like it's calling from you.
Okay.
Hi, I'm so sorry. Can you hear me okay? My baby, I'm sorry. my husband's like, we're about to apply for a loan and we just had a baby and he's like, it's done by today, so I'm so sorry. I can't call you back. I'm trying to log into our account for user information and I can't remember what email address we used to log the account. The baby's fine and, can you help me? Awesome.
In just 30 seconds,
At gmail.com?
Jessica gets access to my personal email address.
Now, if I needed to add our older daughter on our account so she could call in and make changes, how would I need to go about doing that? You would have to send me a secure PIN through the text message. Yeah, well, the thing is, I don't think I'll be able to receive a text message if I'm on the phone. Oh, I'm not on there either? So I thought when we got married, he added something.
Jess uses my girlfriend's name and a fake social security number
5127.
to set up her own personal access to my account.
Wait, I'm sorry, so there's no password on my account right now? Can I set that up?
She even gets the support person to change my password.
Thank you so much for your help today.
So she just basically blocked me out of my own account.
I'll get her set up. Alright, thank you.
Holy shit. So they gave you access to my entire cell phone.
You're gonna have to go on and change your password now because it's Jess. My name.
And all it took was a crying baby and a phone call.
So did you understand or did you determine what are the things that the hacker used in hacking? So what are the things that the hacker used? Yes, phone and yes, the voice of the baby crying. So in just simple things, they can access the account of the host in HackBot. So the hacker used another cybercrime to hack on the account, which is the wiretapping. So the hacker used the number of the host of the man on the video to call the service provider. So let's see a video here to clarify us what is wiretapping.
What is wiretapping and who is allowed to do it to whom? Let's clarify. A wiretap is a device hooked to a phone line to listen to a phone conversation without the people talking knowing that they're being spied on. Tapping a wire is almost like plugging an appliance like your fridge or TV into the electrical circuit running through your house. The wiretapping also works by installing little listening bugs either inside a regular phone or cell phone or around a room. These bugs are tiny, powerful microphones that can easily pick up sound. Whatever conversation the bugs hear is then sent electronically to a recording device. A wiretap can also mean installing recording programs on a smartphone, without, of course, the person knowing. That would work even when the phone is off. The program will not only record your calls, but also everything around you, because the program would have access to the phone's microphone. Even though regular people do it, wiretapping is illegal. It's against the law. Only police or federal investigators like the FBI or CIA can use wiretaps, and they need permission, called a warrant, from a judge. To get one, they have to prove that the wiretap would lead to them finding out about a crime or an illegal activity. To protect you.
So basically, wiretapping is they are using a phone to access or to use your cell phone number. So have you experienced before na that someone is you are calling someone and there's another language talking to you? Like for example, what I experienced. I was talking to my friend before, then someone answered and talked to me in Bisaya, something like that. So that is an example of wiretapping. So another example of wiretapping is if you are familiar with Hello Garci case or Hello Garci scandal. It is an example of wiretapping wherein Gloria Macapagal Arroyo and Virgilio Garciliano have a talk using a cellular phone of they are talking about electoral fraud and talking about elections. They will alter the winner of the elections. So that's what happened before between Virgilio and President Gloria Arroyo. So our next cybercrime is phishing. So let's see how phishing works.
You've probably seen it. You receive an email from your bank or trusted company and it's asking you for information. It looks real, but it's designed to fool you into handing over important information. This is a scam called phishing, and you need to avoid it. Most of us have gotten used to doing business online. We buy and sell things. We have accounts with sensitive information. The risk of doing business online is low as long as you deal directly with organizations you trust. Problems occur when criminals impersonate these organizations and fool you into handing over sensitive information like account numbers, passwords, and PIN numbers. The key to avoiding this scam is awareness. Here's one example. You receive an email that looks like a trustworthy message from a bank. It asks you to click a link to verify information. You assume it's legit, so you click the link and log into what appears to be your bank's website. At this point, the scam is complete. You've handed over your bank password to the crooks who can use it to take your money. Boo! They were able to fool you by impersonating the bank's website. There are a few keys to detecting phishing emails. They often try to scare you by saying your account has been accessed or security has been compromised. They also insist that you click a link to verify information or fill out a form. Do not click links or fill out forms in suspicious emails. The email may also have misspellings and call you something like valued customer. The crooks don't know your name. Remember, phishing emails may use the exact same logos, phone numbers, and addresses that appear on your statements or bills. Always be suspicious of an email that asks for your information. No exceptions. If you receive a phishing email, stay calm. There's no risk to receiving it. Just delete it. You can also safely report it by forwarding it to reportphishing@antiphishing.org or spam@uce.gov. If an email does lead you to a suspicious website, remember to look at the web address. The address in your browser should look familiar. If you suspect that criminals have your information, immediately contact organizations where you have accounts. To protect yourself in the long run, you might also consider anti-phishing software. Further, check your online accounts and credit reports regularly, and quickly report anything that is out of place. Phishing scams are a growing threat on the internet. By being aware of the scam, you can feel confident in working with companies online. Yay!
So, as you can see in the types of cybercrime, hacking is the first one comes in. So next is phishing. wherein they will get your account numbers, your email address, your mobile numbers, something like that. Okay? So there is, I will share you some incidents here, but it is not being taught by the school. I will share you an incident in one of the school here in Isabela. I think it's last year. There is a student who used phishing. So he replicate a website that what do you call this website? Something like Lazada, for example, but it's not Lazada. He replicate it to get the account numbers and the password of the credit cards and debit cards of the users or the buyers of that website. Then after how many months, he purchases a car, cell phone. He even have an apartment, a big apartment. So after, I think it's 4 months, it was being detected by the NBI. So, but now, he is now working in NBI as online agent in detecting phishing attacks. So, he is not in jail. Instead, the government used him as an agent in NBI. So, lastly, the sports betting. Wherein sports betting is an act where a website bets or bids for the winner or champion of a certain sports. So, have you ever watched NBA live? Or Miss Universe live? Or over the internet? So, when we say sports betting, these are websites that are unregistered. Meaning to say unregistered, they are unregistered to the government or to the organization, and they live such videos. For example, the NBA. There is a certain website for the NBA, but for me as a sport bettor or sports betting hacker, I will create a website and replicate the video on my website. So that is sports betting. Then I will put certain bets there. For example, the Cubs. If the Cubs win, you will win 10,000, something like that. If you bet for the Cubs. But if you bet for the other team, you will win 10,000 also. If whoever wins there, you will get money. If you bet on one of the teams. So that is sports betting. I also experienced that during live chats, there are users that bet online. They say, oh, I will bet 500 pesos to that team, or I will bet 500 pesos to that team. So, do you think that is not illegal, but that is illegal. Okay? So, avoid those bettings online. So, in the Philippines or around the world, there are agencies that fight cybercrimes. We have here FBI, NBI, CIA, military and police officers, and the government. So, how do you think how they fight cybercrime? Do you have any idea how they fight cybercrimes? Yes? To know the hacker. Alright, they investigate rather, right? They investigate who is the hacker. Do you have any idea aside from investigation? Students, do you have any idea? How about if what police can do to fight the cybercrimes, or what the government can do? They will? Yes, they will arrest. Aside from they will arrest, what Department of Information Technology can do?
They will gather information from the victim.
Yes, they will gather information from the victim. So, here I listed the major three combating cybercrimes. We have here the network security. When we say network security, they boost the security of the internet of a certain country. So we have here, China. For example, China. Here in China, they cannot access Facebook if it's not installed to your mobile phones. So Facebook is blocked, other social networking is blocked, I think Lazada also is blocked. But the website produced by Chinese are being offered to them also. They use their own creation. So here in the Philippines, I heard there's a news that they will block Facebook, but it's still in the Senate to discuss. Also, the porn sites are even blocked in other countries. But here in the Philippines, I think the other sites are blocked, but the other sites are not. So, in order to have a good network security is to block the firewall of the unregistered websites. Next is investigation. Just like what your classmate said, that they will investigate to the victim what happened to the crime. And last, penalties. Nowadays, in our country, we have, I will cite 3 law related to cybercrime. The wiretapping law, we have also the cyber law, and last is the copyright law. So inside that law, there are penalties, warnings, and also it has categorization, the first warning, second warning, and third warning. So to sum up, can you give the 4 most common cybercrimes? Yes. Can you give one? Wiretapping. And hacking. Yes. Raise your hands. Third one. Phishing. From this group. 4. Yes. Sports betting. So those are the most common cybercrime attacks. Next, can you give me the 3 combating crimes that agencies use to fight cybercrime? Yes, from this group. Can you give one? Yes. Investigation, this group. Penalties. And from here, yes. Network security. And how about the agencies that fights crime? Any other hands? Yes, Miss. Government. Yes. FBI or FBI. Anyone? I think you have an idea in your mind. Police officers. So those, to sum up, those are the things that fights a cybercrime, or those are the agencies that fights cybercrime. So to generalize, do you think that the Philippines is ready for modernization or for being a smart city? Any ideas? Yes.
Sir, not yet, sir.
Why?
Sir, because we lack in security, not yun, sir, technology, sir. We are...
You can speak to me. No problem.
Sir, nakahuli tayo sa kumpara sa ibang bansa, sir.
Ah,
In terms of technology, sir. Tapos, kulang tayo sa yung yun nga, sir, yung mga FBI experts, yung internet experts, sir.
okay. So, anyone who has an idea? So, I prepared here a quiz for you to answer about our lesson. So, bring out your pen. We'll start here. Pass your paper. So the quiz says answer the following briefly but substantially. 3 to 5 sentences and 10 points each. Number 1 is the Philippines ready for modernization? Are the laws of cybercrime enough for becoming a smart city? Number 2, cite one cybercrime that was not discussed in the lesson that you think students of your generation should be aware of, and why. Number 3, last, as a future professional, what are the things that ICT or information communication technology can do to help you in your chosen career? Yes. ICT means information communication technology. IT, basically it's IT. Or technology. Are you done? What's it? No copying of answers. That's your opinion. So those who are finished, you can pass your papers. think everybody is finished. Oh, there's. Okay, for our lesson next meeting, we will have a movie analysis of a movie entitled, yes, Fabricated City. So you can research who are the cast of Fabricated City. So this is a Korean movie. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So class, see you next week and goodbye.
Goodbye and thank you.